Howdy everybody, I'm APH. Welcome back to Surviving Mars in the most recent patch Below and Beyond. Now in the last episode, we made some huge progress in getting into psionic brains. That's about halfway researched. Now in this episode, we're going to continue down the robotics path to try to get into actually being able to print drones. So the next thing that's kind of on the docket is we're going to continue to look for any research sites that might be useful to get us there. As well as soon as this rocket actually hits home, we're going to send some more colonists. Now, to do that, we're going to do some kind of creative things. Let's get started by getting a supply pod, because we got, 2 billion in the last episode from one of our mission profiles, and we got 8 supply drops. First thing we're going to get, let's get a drone hub. We're going to need it, and let's get some Sterling generators. Once those are launched, well, let's check out this anomaly.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
A treasure trove of knowledge, given us autonomous sensors and productivity training. We actually need to queue that up. We will move autonomous sensors above low G. As I said, we want to continue on that robotics path, so we will keep low G in there. And we'll go ahead and put demolition just in case we get like a big push of research and it just plows through that. I don't see that happening real early, but we could. I mean, I think it's one of the milestones that actually pushes 10,000. Let's go ahead and speed up time and let's see what the anomaly message is.
Explorer just got into a pretty serious accident. The good news is it's still in one piece.
Christ, man, at least you're in one piece. All right, let's send our commander up to rescue you. Ah, there you are. It's a little bit dark, so once it gets to be morning, I'll see it a little bit better. And then you can go research that once you're actually awake. Speaking about our commander, we want a pathway down this way. I don't think we'll be building that way anytime soon, but we already know that the underworld is down there, so might as well at least start the progress. As well as who knows what type of good stuff is down here in the trench. Now, there's some advantages to building up high. It's why I kind of did this. One of the techs that I really enjoy in this game is the electricity from wind power, and the bonus from being up here is 82%. From over here, it's 43%, and down in the trench, it's a whopping 8%. So, I mean, there's some advantages to being up high. And I would much rather a wind turbine, especially once we get into atmosphere, than a solar collector, which just kind of produces 5. Now, I see that one of my rockets is ready to send back to Earth, so away with you. I will see you in like 8 souls. And we're ready for our first drop. Let's go ahead and plop it down there as soon as it decides the rocket has left, and we'll convert this back to a landing pad. And it looks like we are just about to get our rocket. We immediately are going to get a passenger because we want to beat, I believe it's the Church of the New Ark, or the Ark of the New Church in India are notorious for actually getting people really early. So let's go ahead and filter out what we don't want. Age group, no middle-aged people. Yeah, I'm middle-aged, so I wouldn't be going to Mars. Let's see, what else? Specialties. Oh yeah, no specialties. We took amateurs. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of tourists because we really don't want them. And let's see what else. Sex doesn't really matter because we're not really planning on breeding people, but we will try to at least get one child to get the actual milestone from it. Now, perks. Celebrity could be good. Composed could be good. Enthusiast could be good. Party animal could be good. Fit, meh. Gamer, meh. Gamer would be good if we were actually playing as Paradox. Genius would be amazing. Hippie is good. I mean, we could just put down some parks and they're good to go. Religious, rugged, saints. Yep, we'll take sexy, that's for sure. Survivors, man. I hate to tell you, but I plan on having working dome, so we really don't need survivors. And workaholics. Man, they do get an extra 20% and they don't take a penalty from heavy workloads. Yeah, I don't really care if they're workaholics or not. Next on the row, flaws. We won't take chronic conditions. We won't take cowards. Gamblers, we're not going to put down casinos, so it's not going to matter. Gluttons, we don't want to actually take with us. And hypochondriacs, we don't want to take with us. Let's see. Loners, man, we're going to be squeezed in like sardines, so let's pass on that one. Yeah, we'll make do with that one. Oh, we won't take whiners. What else do we have? Any quirks? We'll take vegans and we'll take gurus. Now, gurus can be tricky. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what it actually gave us with him. Here we go. Gamer and alcoholic. So here's the thing. Gamer would be okay if we actually were putting down game size. Alcoholic would be okay if we were putting down actual bars. The problem with that is we don't necessarily want to spread alcoholics to all of our colonists. So I'm sorry, my man, you are not coming with. Now, let's just tend to take a rough count real quick and... Yeah, it looks like we need one more female for that. Workaholic, enthusiast, and rugged. Yeah, hands down, we'll take that. So come along, and we're ready to launch. I know we don't have an actual spot for you yet. It's going to be okay. I promise I'll have homes by the time you get here. That or you'll sit in space for 112 hours. It's going to be fine. I promise. Promise. Now, let's go ahead and recycle this. And what prefabs do we have? We have a drone hub and 2 Stirling generators. More supply drops, you say? Yeah, we've got them. We might as well use them. Now, I think in total we need 4 Stirling generators. That would be 2 more. Let's get a moisture vaporator. Let's get that down, and then we'll pick up 1 more supply drop. And that's simply going to be 2 more moisture vaporators to kind of keep this actually working. Now, I did promise them that I would, fill this in and make it look good. So this is the time where I see a squirrel run across the yard and I completely forget things. Nah, I'll try to remember. So let's get power down first. We do need that drone hub. We'll plop it down, I don't know, right about here. Let's get a universal storage for him and try to remember to shut down the fuel so that it doesn't blow up. Now, what next? Well, we need some food. So let's place down a farm.
Sector scanned.
Yeah, we'll get it right there. Ooh, a little Mars. That must be a tremor for the underground, not an actual Mars quake. Now, what else do we want? Some homes? Yes, please. Living quarters for 14, so we'll take 2 of them. We'll plop it that way, see if we can actually get them. Yeah, that way they're facing the same direction. And I think it's services. We need a diner because, hey, who doesn't want to eat out while they're on Mars? And an infirmary for when we do something stupid. Next, grocery store. I don't know that we actually need it if we have the diner, but I think it supplies some of the shopping need. Yeah, it supplies food and shopping where the diner supplies dining, social, and food. All right, what's next in the list? Some decorations. Let's get an alleyway for all of our hippies. They can go hide there. And we'll get a park for, some of us. And, oh, this is actually a garden. A garden's fine. That works the same. And we'll get a little pond. Kind of connect it all together. We'll probably put something small in here. Maybe like a research facility or something. We'll see as time plays on. Let's go ahead and drop that down. Let's go ahead and drop this guy down. And I don't know what I want to place in this. I'm thinking electronics factory because if we get the drone printer, we're going to need a ton of electronics to actually make it work. All right, let's go ahead and recycle you and recycle you. And let's actually set this up properly because I don't think this is turned off at night. Good. What are we missing? Oh yeah, that's right. We picked up some more Stirling generators, so that will take care of the power needs. So where are we at? We are at 20 of 20. This will give us 40. And we need the actual... Yeah, we need the moisture vaporators. That's what we're missing, man. Can we sneak you in to where you're touching the actual Stirling generators? We finished psionic brains. Good, good. We're already working on autonomous sensors. That's okay. Let's queue up one more thing just in case. We'll take the systematic training. Yeah, that gives us about 5,000 in there. I don't think we'll get an anomaly for that much, but you never know. And we want to place down these last couple before, as I said, something flashes on the screen, and the next thing I know, we've got people landing and our actual tower is not set up. Yeah, I think I can fit it in there and still have it be powered. Now, we're low on water. The way we're going to take care of that is a couple water towers. Drop one of those there, and we'll drop one over here. Make it all kind of nice and tight and needy. Now we need something. We're going to want a dome. Let's kind of see. We've got water over here. We've got this big area, and then it leads up to the metals. We might want it, like, some point in time to clear this out and put a, an actual dome there. So let's go ahead and queue that up. It's going to be landscaping. Let's flatten this area out. If I can actually get this to... Yeah, there we go. We'll just clear that area. Make it all nice and flat so that we can build a dome over there. Because I got a feeling we're going to come this way and kind of go down. Could be wrong. And let's grab our commander and send him over here to where he's supposed to be and get a rock dumping site for him to deposit all that. Nice. Now, I know I repaired you. Why have you not gone and researched that? Now, let's go ahead and deselect these, and let's go ahead and research this. And we're out of the range of our sensor tower, so let's go ahead and unselect those and select these because they're closer to our sensor towers. So, fun fact, I kept trying to click this in the last episode, going, why won't it click? I just had too many queued up. Now, what can we do while our rocket's coming back? We've got this pretty well set up. It's pretty tight in this design, so it should be self-sufficient. I don't foresee us having an issue with cold waves anytime soon. And, aww. Rumor, India has nearly completed a milestone. Let's go ahead and close these out. And they're getting the first Martian born. Crap. Heh. Well, rip on that one. Anomaly.
Our initial spectrographic analysis confirmed it. Chromium. To find such a rich deposit of such a rare metal. Important was an understatement.
So we could either get 10% off of our engineering or a deep rare metal. So here's the thing. If this was a regular rare metals, I would take this just because we don't have one nearby. But with it being deep, I don't know that we're going to get to that tech anytime soon. So let's go ahead and take the 10% to engineering research. I know we got some last episode, so it was 10% off of engineering, and it looks like, yeah, it's 20% total off of our robotics. I don't think we got any of the other ones unlocked yet. Yeah, it's only those two, which means that they stack, not cumulatively, but additively, I think. Whereas like 10 plus 10 is actually 20 instead of 10%, and 10% makes like 81% or something. Now, wow, that finished really quick compared to yesterday when this took like 20 minutes. This just took like 2 seconds. That might be one of the things that changed today in the actual patch. Eureka! Your attention is required. So, oh man, our scientific analysis servers just crashed. We tried turning them off and on again, but the problem after reboot. Yeah. Here's the interesting thing. We can research a random tech, or we can reveal one. Revealing one would actually be kind of moot. We're too early in the game to actually make researching one worthwhile, because if we research a tech worth 1,000, that's only 10 days worth of just getting this plus 100 soul per research, or research per soul. So I think we're going to go ahead and gain the 100 sponsor research. Yeah, I think that's the right way to go. Pushes us up to 550 as a base. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get this guy across the way. Now, here's something that I keep doing. I keep selecting that, which only selects the drones. Oh, now it selects the actual commander. Check that out. Let's get him over here, and we'll go ahead and make our next tunnel.
Sector scanned.
Come on, I just had the commander selected. Why didn't you come? All right, let's get a dumping site for this, and we're going to go for another landscaping and another ramp. So this is something that I actually don't care for. It used to be in order to move up an area, you had to build, I believe it's over here, you had to build a tunnel, which cost an EBGB amount of stuff. But you'd build a tunnel like here, and then it would come out up here. And that was the only way that you could move. And then they made these actual tunnels that work. And I gotta tell you, or tunnels that actually work, these ramps. I gotta tell you, it made it to where these do look better, I will give you that, but it made it to where these are kind of just pointless. I'm not sure I like this system, to be honest. Works great. Speaking of working great, wow, they just ripped all that rock out of there, and they are just going to town. And there goes our increase to machining price. Well, hopefully our next, what did they finish? Oh, first colony. Yeah, we knew that that was going to come. You got first human, India. You got first human. But I swear I'm going to push and get first Martian born and produce food. Mark my word, you got one. That's the only one you're going to get. All right. And just like that, they are done with that. Let's go ahead and close those off. I don't want to see the fact that I missed that. Now, we are still kind of in an interesting spot because we are not done with our research, so we don't have autonomous sensors yet. So we don't want to continue building. At least I don't think we finished that one. No, we're almost done. So we're just kind of going to chill for a few minutes while everything kind of does its thing. Now, I am hearing rumors that the modding community is back up and going. What this means is that I can actually get a mod that will increase speed. So full disclosure, probably between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and get that so that instead of doing random cuts, I just actually increase the speed to make this go a little quicker. Because I don't think a time lapse would work in surviving Mars, and sometimes cuts is really, with it going from dark to light and stuff like that, sometimes doing cuts is a little bit goofy. I'd rather have it look more organic. Excellent, our RC commander is here. Almost got our colonist. Man, I can't believe we missed that milestone. We should have probably built a dome a little closer. Or a little earlier. Probably would have needed to have launched them about day 10 to get them here in time, would be my guess. Yeah, probably would have needed to launch them about day 10. I'll have to make that as a note for the next time, because I really wanted to get all those mission goals. Speaking about mission goals, I think it's under mission profile. We can rename our colony. And this has been kind of a YOLO run. So let's name our colony YOLO. Excellent. Yeah, we're getting there with some of these. I mean, we got the 2 down. We won't get concrete production until we actually get a few domes up and going. So I'm not too worried about that. It's the same with actually having 3 extractors running at 160. But the deep mining, we are slowly ticking away, and that will go a lot quicker once we have autonomous sensors. And then we're going to want to keep 10,000 worth of research pretty much queued up at any given time. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual global, as we just finished scanning another sector and got just a goose egg again. We'll go ahead and finish up here after those, and then we'll kind of try to transition down this way. Now in the global map, I think all of the actual sites out here require people. Yeah, and require people. So there's nothing really good that I can do out here yet.
Funding received.
Our rocket's about to land, and we can actually relaunch our rocket. Let's grab a couple of machining parts, a couple of electronics, and we'll grab something from in here. I'm thinking the electronics factory. Brings us down to 20 million. Let's go ahead and launch that. And let's go ahead and drop this down. Let's zoom in and watch the people depart. Run, guys, run!
Guests have arrived.
They forgot their space helmets. They had to make that run. And of course, we did get a crop failure, which is to be expected. We didn't have any people. So let's go ahead and clear that out, clear out this, and let's go ahead and read the fact that we're in the founder stage.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
Yay! We get 10 days before we can not bring anybody else here ever again. That's fine. It's funny. We're on the last arc, but it still gives us an actual founder stage. Something that's kind of a little bit wonky. Drone transit problem. Yeah, we need more drones. We'll take care of that over time. We're looking, man. We're looking. All we need is that drone printer. Tell you what. Drones. Tell us your secret and give us the ability to make the drone hub. Not the drone hub, the drone printer.
Research complete.
Ooh, speaking of research, onto autonomous sensors. Now that did lead way to the actual Stirling generator. Something that could be good is between of all of the different ways of generating energy in this game, the Stirling generator and the wind power is the best. Stirling generator being the smallest, most compact, but yet the most expensive for its actual, return. As well as I know there's a few breakthroughs that make it to where it could be really overpowered. Sometimes you get the breakthrough where it's only when it's open. Sometimes you get like a breakthrough where it's just a percentage. But this is actually a good route, so we're going to go ahead and queue that up. Let's go ahead and close this down. Yeah, our concrete is going off. It looks like our storage is full. Look, we made concrete on Mars, Mom. All right, let's put some storage down for that. We could probably actually get a lot of depots for concrete since we just can massively produce it. Let's go ahead and put those. Let's go ahead and move you aside, and let's put one more. Out of Universal, we'll put an actual concrete facility. Having said that, we can probably try to trade off some of our concrete for other things. Not that I think the AI is going to want it this early in the game. But we can go ahead and try for something like polymers. And see if the AI actually takes a bite on it. Because, hey, if we could get free polymers, all the better. Now, rocket's ready to go. Let's go ahead and send it back to Earth. We're down to 13 of the actual rare metals. So this is probably going to be the last of it. Well, how many do we have? Divided in half, we've got 64. Let's go ahead and get you guys back here, and then we're not going to send any more of that 64 back. We really want them to make electronics. And we've got plenty of metal for the time. That was 1,000. I mean, that's 500 that we're going to get out of that. Got plenty of metal for a while, guys. Just go to town on that rare metals. Now, as our tech finishes, I think it actually did. Yeah, it did. I wasn't paying attention there. Let's get our actual sensor towers down. So we know that we want one, probably one around here. We'll try to get it off the actual pathway. Yeah, that's good. So let's go ahead and send you down there. Let's use you to get some electronics. We need what? 5 electronics, and we'll go 5 metal. And then we can go ahead and confirm. There we go. And this will get our first sensor towers down. And since we got our sensor tower down, we can actually shut this one so it no longer requires any maintenance. Now, over to this we go. Now let's see. It's right in the center of 6. well, deselect my rover before I send them up here. Let's go ahead and deselect these, and let's go ahead and queue these up. We'll go ahead and queue up that way since we have already created the path. And then we're going to come back here where all these dust devils are and finish up this area. I see the one research site here. Means this might be a good area, even though this looks like a geyser for an actual dome, but that might be early, might be late game. I don't know yet. Excellent. Now that you're done, let's go ahead and drag you back up to here. And we'll kind of go like right in the here neighborhood. Let's bring you up as well. And can we place a sensor tower probably like right in here? And then we'll just kind of keep an eye on him because, you know, we don't want to lose him to a dust devil. Let's bring our explorer down here just to protect him because, yeah.
Sector scanned.
E.2 had nothing. Look at this. All right, so maybe disasters are working because this is a triple dust storm.
Complete. Milestone achieved.
Hey, we got first Martian born. So we'll go ahead and take that, and we'll go ahead and click on the door to the stars.
For the first time, a human has been born on Mars. It's truly a unique miracle.
We have woken the dead world. Okay. Not the hugest thing, seeing as how we can't bring more colonists, but I do like the fact that we got an extra 500. Also research low G, and we produce food. So we're almost all the way done with decommission protocol, which is a little bit sad. I would have rather that all that research go into the drone hub. We'll go ahead and push that to the top. Well, we can finish decommission just because we got as far into it as we did. Then we'll go into the drone hub. Jeez, look at all those things. There's 4 of them. It's crazy. You guys are gonna get dust on my windshield, man. Thankfully they don't. I know they kind of, there's a like invisible perimeter around domes that they kind of stay away from. So I know that like the domes are kind of protected, but it's still, I'd like to see a cold wave, or I'd like to see a dust storm. That's my vision of Mars. All right, we found an anomaly, so let's go ahead and grab our explorer, send him down here. It does look like it is actual research towards our goal. We'll kind of keep an eye over here because we don't want him to get caught by this. It also looks like we found some deep metals. That's a pretty good sizable deposit. That could be pretty useful once we get down here. Said, don't know that I want to come down here right away, but it is viable. I would probably rush for its shuttles. We'll probably rush for shuttles. I believe they're in engineering in order to build domes where we want and just have shuttles transport things for us instead of trying to actually build a spanning network. Because we've got some vast areas. I mean, we could, once we get the ability to make moisture vaporators, we could put a dome here, use shuttles to kind of move things around and have it actually feeding off of the deep metal. There's decommission protocol. Oh, now this one we will take. Low G hydrosynthesis allows us to build the actual polymer factory as well as the fuel refiner. Not important now because we actually don't have the ability to sustain that, but it is something useful very close down the road. So we'll go ahead and queue it up for down the list. Now we're going to get into some of the micromanaging things. Ooh, another anomaly. This is what I was saying. So this is actually research gold. This is research gold. We just got 1250. Let's go ahead and see what the actual message is.
Until today, the only place we'd thought you could find Ice-15 outside of a lab was on an icy planet or a moon. And here we find it on Mars.
So we find Ice-15 and we gained 500 million. The other effect was we got roughly 1250 worth of research. So this could give us another 1250 worth of research, which would mean instead of us finishing the drone hub and starting whatever this is, it would automatically go into systematic training. I think we're going to wait for drone hub to finish to get whatever's here before we do the next research. Kind of one of those min-maxy things. As I said, somewhere in this neighborhood is the actual drone stamper, and we want that bad. So we're going to start focusing, just firing towards that. It's okay that we get a % here and there, but we want to continue the focus. So we'll come back to that as soon as that finishes researching, which looks like about 9 hours, so probably about 3-4 minutes. Now this area is finally ready to build. I forgot that I didn't place it where the commander's was. And then we can actually get this. So India wants metal for machining parts. We will send 50 in exchange for 112 metal. So here's the thing. I think this is saying we, as in us, will send 50 mechanical parts in exchange for 112.5 metal. And if that's the case, this is absolutely horrible. Here's the other thing. They don't have 112 or 113 base resources, that metal. They also don't have 50 mechanical parts, so I don't know how they're doing this. But they're making the offer, so when they are saying, you know, I think this should be reworded to be maybe a little bit more like we, with maybe parentheses, the actual like colony, like us versus them. So I think this wording maybe is a little bit vague. Because they're making us an offer. So it's their offer, so it should be them saying we. So I'm leery of that. I'm not going to take it either way. While we're up here, let's go ahead and contact them. I was going to say conquest them. Contact them. See if they have any research that might actually be worthwhile. So we will exchange technology. So field extractor for fuel compression. Yeah, we'll take that.
Research complete.
Just one less thing we have to research. Not that it's useful, but, you know. 10,000 extra weight in our rockets doesn't really affect us that much with the fact that, inflation is just going to kill us. Let's go ahead and send these back because we saw those dust devils. And then we'll look for some places to actually build the next sensor towers. And here's what we're kind of looking at. We could go many different ways now. We could go up this way. Ooh, drone hubs is done. Let's go ahead and see what's next. So we'll move the actual optimization up to the top, and we'll go ahead and zap that. So we could either go this section, over here, or we could go up here. So we have a lot of different ways that we could go with our scanning. So while these 9 kind of go, I'm kind of going to put some thought into that because there could be the next big thing in any of these spots. All right. I want to build my sensor towers. I'm not ready to go underground, so this isn't really big for either one of these. Let's see what the anomaly is.
There were no secrets to find near the anomaly site. Just a scene of breathtaking beauty.
So a celebrity applicant is available on Earth. Boo. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We got the research, which puts us at 90%. That's phenomenal. Let's go ahead and close out that. So I don't necessarily want to go here. I don't necessarily want to go here. That leaves over in the ice or over here. We'll go this route next. So the tower's right there. Yeah, right here on this spot looks kind of good. I like placing them up against walls, but this will kind of get the most coverage, and we can remove it later, I guess. Let's get them going. And I saw a message come up, and it immediately actually disappeared. There we go. Another anomaly. So
Research complete.
that's going to be a breakthrough. And battery optimization just came up, and we get the ability for Rover Commander AI. Let's go ahead and move that up to the top. Yeah, we're getting there. 3 more to go, and we'll have a guaranteed. So we'll keep pushing. Now, where is our Explorer? Let's go over here and see what type of good things we get in there. Let's roll the dice for something garbage and see if we get something good. Come on, game. We want, I don't know. We want, what's something obscure? We want, unbreakable electric wires. Come on, unbreakable electric wires. Actually, probably pretty good in this run because we might have some spanning areas of spots that we need it. Our rocket's ready to go. Well, ready to actually arrive. Our other rocket's just about to Earth. What is this? I forgot what I actually sent up here. Electronics factory, 10 mechanical parts, and 5 electronics. Now, it looks like our drillers have finished on the actual rare metal. So let's go ahead and deselect export so that it doesn't fill up, so we can actually keep those.
Sector scan.
And at least for now, we're probably done sending electronics back to Earth. Sending rare metals back to Earth. Still have only one child. And hey, look, our wheat actually looks kind of good.
Breakthrough discovered.
Breakthrough discovered, core water. Yeah, see, I said give us something like absolutely amazing. That's just what I wanted, core water. Let's see what the message is.
We found kryptonite. It was because of the greenish-yellow hue of the beryl crystals.
So reduces physics cost by 10%. I'll take it. The actual tech for a water source. I mean, we've got like 4 or 5 spots that is 100,000 water. Not the most useful. Not the most useful. Let's go ahead and clear those out. So if we were playing on a map where water was low and we didn't have this one right here for 100,000 and, well, that one's 12. Those two are 22. If we didn't have those, I think we'd be hurting for water. When life gives you a lemon. Let's see what this message is.
Home on an alien world. That takes guts, to say the least.
Heh. Well, thank you for getting the enthusiast trait. Thank you. That's the spirit.
Received.
There's our funding. Let's go ahead and get our rocket back. Let's see what we can actually get. We should get inflation 10%. That's what we should get. We should take a machining factory. We've already seen where the polymer factory is, so we don't need to worry about that. Maybe a couple moisture evaporators for the future. Yeah, and we'll take a few more mechanical parts, leaving us with 1 million credits. Come on home. Thank you, stock market, for jacking up the price of our mechanical parts there. Now, this is ready to go back, but we don't actually have it filled, so that's going to stay here. Got this area cleared out. I think that this is the next future home of a dome. Now, like the
Sector scan.
surface heater, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to not build. Tell it to not build. There we go. But just kind of keep that in mind that I want that there. Speaking of water, we just found another 13,000 right here. It is low grade, but that won't matter over time. Probably by the time we get to this spot, we probably won't be using any of the actual surface water. Might use this one, though. This one's probably close enough. I just find that the actual moisture evaporators are way too effective at what they do. And especially if you get the actual upgrade for them early in the tree, it makes them, instead of 1 water production, it makes them 1.5. And then once you get all of the actual terraforming up to 100, it will actually make them so they're about 2.5. And I think you can even get a breakthrough that goes with them that makes them even better. But not anything that we'd actually need, because 3 of them in their current position easily supply this. The only problem we'd have is if we had a dust storm. But that's what the actual water towers are for, that are keeping up just fine. Why is the diner not working? We're out of food. What can we do to get some more food? We have 14 people, so we gained a person. Let's go ahead and close off the infirmary. Just have those. I think that somebody in here is not working very efficiently and is causing us to not get a whole lot of food. So we're going to have to watch that, because this could be problematic. I'm used to sending up the rockets, so seeing this flash is actually driving me crazy. Thankfully, we didn't have this built, and we just got our 7 food, which will get us enough to actually fill the diner. So are people not visiting the actual grocer?
Sector scanned.
Oh, look, another anomaly. And could lead to a breakthrough. All right. Come over and see what other sort of things are in there. Is that up on the mountain? That is up on the mountain. Check that out. I forgot we were scanning up there. Let's go ahead and start queuing up this way for the future. Now, I will kind of hang out here because that dust devil is actually close. Watch this be like another... With it being in the ice, I could see this being another water. I gotta tell you, like, if I was to live anywhere, I wouldn't mind living somewhere close to water and somewhere in a colder climate. That's... I don't know that I'd want it, like, white like this, because this looks like plastic, but... I'm in kind of a... Well, I get it. I'm in a place where we do get winter and we do get snow. But I'm good not having, 100-degree days during the middle of summer. About... for everybody out there that uses Celsius, which I use Celsius, by the way, I just get harassed for it. Once we're up around that like 38, 39 mark, I get pretty uncomfortable. So I like it closer to probably around 7, 8 degrees is my favorite. Come on, finish. Must scan faster.
Breakthrough discovered.
Oh, forever young. All right. Seniors can work and have children. The golden years have officially been postponed. Oh, my poor seniors. Well, it's kind of good, but kind of bad. That kind of goes against what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and close that out. And let's see what the anomaly is.
Close and personal with Mars, and you'll find it's anything but barren. We found another treasure in the form of a small deposit of a germanium-rich mineral.
Germanium-rich mineral. We got our rare metals. Hopefully, it's not a deep rare metal. I don't see it labeled in there. So crossing my fingers. And it's 1,000. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We will send some drillers over there to get that. I'm kind of disgusted, man. Here's how this goes. We've now got, as I go into the wrong screen, we've now got the technology for Forever Young. In combination with the fact that we've got psionic brains, we potentially can have immortal, well, relatively immortal, colonist. If we got like the Phoenix Project or something, we've already got, psionic brains, so they live forever. We've already got Forever Young. We get something else that will play with this, as well as in, I believe it's biotech, where their extends life. We might have an actual population that lives forever. So I'm gonna have to think between episodes, because I think this is a good spot to go ahead and call this one kind of a cliffhanger. I think I'm gonna have to think about whether I actually go for Forever Young or not. Like to thank you guys for watching. On your way out, check the description down below, as well as hit that like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode of Surviving Mars.